good looking. Join me for this quick core workout that I absolutely promise you will hit every ab muscle. And then we'll finish off with an amazing total body stretch. Now you only need 2 tools, and this is for the stretch portion. A pillow for under the knee and then access to a wall. All right, let's get busy. Hey there, welcome. I'm PJ from fitnesswithpj.com, and hey, I help women over the age of 40 reclaim the tush, and in this instance, the core of their 20s. So if that interests you, if you would love more workouts specific for the over 40 body, click subscribe. George and I would love to keep working with you. Wouldn't we, George? All right, he doesn't look very impressed. Anyways, let's get down on the mat. We're starting in a dead bug position. So, legs are up and tabletop, arms extended. Draw your belly button in towards the spine. Now slowly extend the left leg only without the low back lifting. And then bring the knees back together. Now extend the other leg. So the whole idea with this is not to allow the low back to lift. Now let's go back to that left leg, and this time drop the opposite arm down, thumb to the ground. Beautiful. Breathe. If you're having a hard time keeping that low back anchored, don't worry too much about the arms then. I want you just to focus on the legs, okay? And then drawing that belly button in, and as I said, anchoring your low back to your mat. Back of the neck is long. We're hitting the same ab muscle, your transverse, your deep core muscle that we do in a plank. So this is actually a really good sub if you don't like doing planks. However, I hope you like doing planks because we've got a few of them in this workout. Well, actually, nobody loves doing planks. But they're a necessary evil. Bring yourself into a side plank now, speaking of which. Elbow under the shoulder. To modify, you'll stay on the bottom knee. Otherwise, stack your feet and lift yourself right up. Extend that top arm up. Great job. Now come under the body. Reach to the opposite edge of your mat behind you. Bring the arm up and drop the hip down. Let's do it again. Goes 1, 2, 3, and 4. Good. Slow and controlled, keeping that bottom shoulder away from the ear. Using your obliques here, waist muscles. When the timer goes, other side. So they're 1-minute intervals we're doing, 1 round only. 5 exercises, and then we stretch. So hang in there. Whew. Oh yeah, I feel my waist muscles. How about you? Time. All right, other side. So remember your setup. Elbow under shoulder. Keep the shoulder and the ear away. You can be on that bottom knee to modify. That takes some of the weight of the upper body off. Otherwise, you'll stack the feet. Start into that side plank. Now reach behind you. Try to tap that back edge of the mat and then lower the hip. So we lift, reach, and lower. Now, we are working your waist muscles. But that doesn't mean that this exercise is going to give you a smaller waist. We can't spot train. So what this exercise will do is definitely strengthen those muscles in the waist, and then accompanied with a proper training program and a good diet, if you're looking to decrease body fat, then the magic will happen. But you can't take an exercise and focus on one body part and burn the fat just in that specific area. The human body does not work that way. We burn fat from all over. Sorry. Don't shoot the messenger. Last 10 seconds. Oh boy. Time. Take yourself into a seated position. From here, knees are bent. Now draw up and stack each vertebrae. This is really important. I don't want any rounding in your spine whatsoever. Now once you've got all the vertebrae stacked, lift it through the collarbone, lean back, feel the abs grab, and you're gonna hold this position here. Bring your hands here, twist it to one side, see if you can lean back a bit more and hit the elbow to your ground. But at no point do you round the back. Deal? Deal. So once again, hitting waist muscles as well as that deep core muscle, your transverse. So getting that core strong for functional movements. So we need these guys strong when we would lift, carry, run, jump, work out. Right, George? Oh boy. 10 more seconds. Finishing off with our final move, which is a forearm plank. In 3, 2, 1. All right, forearm plank. Now to modify this move, you're just gonna stay on the knees. Nothing else will happen, okay? You'll hang here for the full 60 seconds. If you come off the knees with me, as you draw the knee in towards you, I want you to lift your hips up into a bit of a V and then lower down. Lift up, good. So it's a forearm plank mountain climber. If you're on your knees, just hang there. Maybe try a couple, see how you do. You never know until you try, right? Whew. How are your abs doing? Mine are awake. Less than 30 seconds left, hang in there. You're gonna feel your upper body for sure. We're bracing on the shoulders here. Just breathe with it. We got this. Time. Woo! Big toes together, knees are open. Sit your bum back to child's pose. Forehead to the mat if you can. If you're unable to, maybe grab that pillow I asked you to grab at the beginning of the workout and build your ground up. It really does help by building the ground up when we do the stretches, so don't hesitate. Grab it. You're going to feel a big difference in the stretch and the ability to really relax into the stretch. Just catch your breath here. And maybe you're shifting your hips side to side, get a little movement into the hips. And come on to the belly, elbows underneath the shoulder, back extension, shoulders away from the ears, looking up ever so slightly, stretching into your abs now. So if you feel pinching in your back, I want you to do a couple of things for me. First, press the tops of your feet into your mat a bit, and then second, tighten up your glutes. That should get rid of the pinching. You're pacing, George. Hey, George, lie down. Hey, lie down. He ignores me. Or he's gonna lie down right in front of me and block the view for you. Nope. So we don't want the pinching, so as I said, push the tops of your feet into your mat, tighten up your bum, and that should get rid of it. If it doesn't, walk your hands forward. This is a really nice stretch for the front of the body, and then we get some extension into the spine, which we lose a lot with our daily activities. I know I sit a lot in front of a computer, and that plays havoc on the low back. Yes, I do have a standing desk, so thank you for, whenever I make that mention that I sit at a computer a lot, I always get these references about standing desk. Yes, I have one. Thank you. You don't need to leave a comment. But if you do sit a lot, this is a great way to counterbalance that spinal flexion, moving into spinal extension. And come off of the forearms, hands slightly ahead of the shoulders, fingers are spread. Grip the mat with your fingertips, tuck the toes under, and now press the hips up to downward dog. Now your feet are hip width apart, and your feet are in a straight line. You can have the knees bent, or really try to press the backs of your thighs, backs of your knees away from you. It's up to you. Head is resting in between the biceps. A couple of deep breaths. Now if you'd like, you can pedal your dog here by dropping one heel down and lifting the other heel up and just alternating. You may find you can get a deeper calf stretch by doing this. And maybe you pause for a few breaths on one heel. And then the other. And lower the knees to the ground. Slide the hands so they're now underneath the shoulders, knees apart. Untuck the toes. Inhale, allow the low back to arch and the head looks up. Exhale, push the ground away and tuck the tailbone under. Let's do it again. Inhale. Exhale. 2 more. Inhale. Exhale. Last one. Neutral spine. Now grabbing that pillow and coming close to your wall, or a side of coffee table, a side of your couch will work too. Place your left knee, and you want that pillow close to your wall. Place the left knee on the pillow, front of the foot on the wall. Bring this other leg in front and lift yourself up. The further away from the wall you are, the less intense the quad stretch is here. Now we want to be upright with the upper body. This front ankle and knee are aligned. And we're stretching into your quad. I probably don't have to tell you that, as well as your hip flexor. Now whatever leg, we've got the left side back, so let's bring that left arm straight up. So you're trying to separate rib to hip and now lean away a bit. And that's going to get into the TFL and a little deeper into the hip. Couple more breaths. Release the arm, lean forward, release that left leg out, and then you know what, we've got the right side. Now be aware, each side could feel quite different, so give yourself some space to work with, and then you can bring yourself closer to the wall if you find you can on this side. So get yourself situated so you find that stretch. Tuck your tailbone under a bit, front knee and ankle aligned, and then inhale this right arm straight up, trying to separate rib and hip, and then a little lean away and hold. This is an intense stretch, but it's so good. It's so good for you. It's all so good for you. And release it out. Pillow off to the side. Take yourself onto your bum for a 90-90 stretch. So that means that your front leg is 90 degrees, your back leg's 90 degrees. Take a peek too that the knees are also at 90. Now, rotate your body so you're lined up with that front shin. Take that outside arm and now bring it to the front of that knee and loop it and hold. Keep holding. I'm going to come in front a bit. Maybe you can see it better if I'm in this position. Okay, so I'm going to take that arm, loop it, and lower down. So this is going to stretch into the lats here, while I also stretch into the hip rotators. Now you want more of a stretch, maybe you can walk that arm further out. And lift yourself up. Now we're going to keep, you stay there, don't move. Keep the feet on the ground, hands can come behind for some support if you need it, and let's windshield wiper the knees to the other side. And let's do that a few more times. Arms are up or hands are behind you. Good. 2 more. Good, now release them to the other direction. Take that arm, loop it, and press that elbow into that front of your thigh, and then twist, hold. Then as you hold it, you want a bit more. Now walk that arm away from the body. And release. Cross-legged with the right leg in front. Place your right hand and press that knee down to the ground. Rotate the body to the left knee and lower down to the left knee while we press the knee away. Feel a stretch through the side of the body. Come on up. Take this right leg directly in front of you now, so you may have to bring this left one out a bit. Back of the knee pressing to the ground. Toes are pulled up towards you. Bring your hands in front, and with a neutral spine and leading with the collarbone, come forward to stretch into the back of your thigh here. Walk yourself back up. Bring that right foot in. Left one's outside now. Left hand's going to push on that knee while we rotate to the right knee now and lower down. Pushing down on the knee at the same time. Come on up, left leg directly in front of you, press the back of the knee into your mat, pull your toes towards you, lift up the body, walk your hands forward. Gaze is just past the toes. Walk yourself back. Bring your knees into your chest. Rock them side to side and put a smile on your face. Thank you so much for joining me. Now, I get a lot of questions asking about what's the best way to plan workouts for results. So I did a video up on it. That's how many questions, how many people asked. So I'm going to link that up to the last few seconds. So if that interests you, watch this till the end, and it should be linking up soon, and you can just click on the thumbnail and it'll take you directly to a little fit tip talk where I chat about the best ways to program workouts dependent on your results. And if you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel before you leave. Thanks for joining me. Drop a comment down below. I would love to hear from you, and keep on smiling.